Welcome to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel, and we're in Gresham at MetroEast Community Media. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to start off talking with the Soroptimist International of Gresham. And with us representing the Soroptimist, we have June Jacobs, the president of Soroptimist. Thanks for being here, June.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming back from Europe to join us tonight. And Naomi Wolf, you are the president-elect and the chair of the Public Relations Committee. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So, Soroptimist International of Gresham is, I'm a member of the group myself. I'm proud to be. It's a fantastic organization. Perhaps one of you can give me a little bit of history for our viewers about why it was started and what your mission is.
Okay, Soroptimist International of Gresham is actually a global organization with about 76,000 members in 120 countries and territories, working to improve the lives of women and girls through programs that will lead to social and economic improvement. And one of the primary goals that we see through this is access to education and training, because we feel that way they can, reach their full potential and enable them to live their dreams.
Sounds good. Well said, Jen.
About the history, it is almost 100 years old.
That's a long time.
And
now that's international.
That's the international. It was founded in Oakland, California, and I believe it was 1921. So we're coming up on our 100th anniversary. Soroptimist of Gresham is coming up on our 40th anniversary in 2017.
Next year.
And one of the things that I find really awesome about this group is that it starts at the club member level, and then it goes all the way up to the regional, national, and then there's the global level. And then from that global level, they also distribute back down locally.
I thought you were going to say we're going to the galaxies or something.
Well, it's not quite Star Trek yet.
Yeah.
But we have, because it is started by business people, we have this great opportunity to come together as a group, and the vast majority of the funds that we raise locally stays local in our programs, but then we also have these other programs where millions of dollars are given out in various grants that we feed up into.
And they're very careful about who the money goes to, and it's primarily for women and children, and most of the members are women, but it's open to men too, right?
We actually have some very enthusiastic men that are members of the Soroptimist, and one of the founding members was a man. He was one of the gentlemen who was working with the women from the Business or Secretarial College to
that's great.
found
the Secretarial College, love it. So, the funding for them, this is through fundraisers, grants, all sorts of different ways that we acquire money to help support the programs. One of the ones that is the biggest and best well known here in this community is the Teddy Bear Parade. And that's coming up very soon. Tell me a little bit about the Teddy Bear Parade and Soroptimist's involvement with that, if you could.
Well, we've been coordinating the Teddy Bear Parade for this will be our 34th parade on September 24th. It's always the last Saturday in September at 10 o'clock in the morning in downtown Gresham. And we started out as a fundraiser. It was just for the community, and it's been very successful, and everybody just has such a great time. But we were doing multiple fundraising events through the years, and our national organization said, work smarter, not harder. Yeah. So we decided that we would make the Teddy Bear Parade our main fundraiser. And we started this about 3 years ago, and it's been kind of a double benefit. We are able to raise the funds for our scholarships and our other service projects, but we also have created some wonderful partnerships with businesses and organizations throughout the community.
They're partnering with you and sponsoring and that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, I remember, June, when I first came here to Gresham to work for MetroEast, that I heard about the Soroptimist Teddy Bear Parade, and I thought, oh, what a fun idea, how cute, you know, and I went to it, and so all these kids lining the streets with their teddy bears. I thought, what a great, fun parade. But using it as a fundraiser to me is brilliant, because really it is so well known and so anticipated in the community that I think that's a really great idea to do it that way. So who are some of the sponsors that you've been working with?
Well, we are so thankful to Weston Buick Kia, and they are our premier sponsor. Mount Hood Community College is our career support sponsor, and then we have our color group sponsors that include Pediatric Therapy, Fred Meyer, Solutions for Smiles, Farmington Square, Warren Allen, a law firm. Let's see, trying to think who some of the other ones are. Powell Valley Assisted Living.
Right.
And then we're also really thankful to a number of organizations like MetroEast Community Media, who you're our media sponsor. And thanks to you, we get the Teddy Bear Parade taped, and it's on YouTube, and we can put it on our website for people to watch it. And without the organizations that do these kind of services for us, we probably wouldn't be able to put on a really good parade. I mean, Gresham Sanitary Services, the Gresham Chamber, Gresham Outlook.
There's quite a number of
East Hill Church.
Right, they are huge with their volunteers.
Right,
and their space.
these partners just have been wonderful helping us put on the parade.
Well, speaking of the coverage, we have some video of it, and maybe we could kind of look at that just to give people a flavor of what the parade is all about.
Well, one of the things that is
there's the mayor there. Yeah.
One of the things that's really exciting for the Soroptimist is that as we have turned this into a fundraiser, we then have also won the Northwest Regional First Place Celebrating Success Award.
Ah, yeah.
And so that is for us having taken the opportunity to work smarter, not harder. And what that also does is that frees us up to have more time to put into our other programming.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So that you can see there were kids, you know, with their teddy bears. There's vehicles in it. There's, you know, the celebrities in town like the mayor in the parade. It's really,
and the police chief and the fire engines.
Oh, yeah. And it's a really fun parade. I mean, people really do look forward to it.
We also have marching bands from a couple of the high schools and children's groups, taekwondo.
There's still time to apply to be in the parade,
There is. The deadline is September 12th, and the application is on our website, sigresham.org. And it's at the bottom under the pictures. There's a link to the application.
Okay.
So
yeah, and we're looking forward to being a part of it this year at MetroEast. And besides videotaping it, I'm hoping we'll be walking in it as well. I've done that quite a few times, and it's always a blast.
And I think we may have some new things people aren't used to, besides the wonderful people that we already have and children that we have marching in the parade. Pikachu may make a special appearance, and Ronald McDonald, and so
some characters that maybe we haven't seen in the past.
Right, it's going to be a lot of fun.
We have a whole lot of people working to bring in as many elements as possible, and that's one of the fun things about having this be our big event, is that all of the members really come on 100%. To make this happen, and every year we innovate.
And it's a team effort, I know. I think Peggy Johansson is heading up the committee this year.
She's doing a fantastic job, along with Ginger Abs and Kathy Grimes, who have done it in the past.
Done this for years and have done an amazing job. It's a lot of work.
But it takes every member of Soroptimist to put this on, not only in the planning and coordinating beforehand, but the day of the parade.
Right.
And we have a lot of volunteers from the community, like from the Lions Club and different groups like that, and some of the high schools that help us too. And one thing we're doing different this year that we wanted to let people know about is we're partnering with Snowcap, and they're going to be putting bins around the parade area for people to bring canned food for Snowcap to use.
Good. There's an ongoing need there.
One of our in-kind sponsors this year is the Gresham Chamber, and this is, I believe, the first time, and they are bringing us a great group of volunteers.
Oh, good.
And they will also have their own place where their own seating section.
Nice.
And so we're really grateful for that showing up. And so the chamber members who are watching, you can participate there too.
Great. It sounds like it's going to be a really good time. So the money that you get through this fundraiser is from the sponsors, correct?
Yes.
So it's from the sponsors. So if there's an organization or a company that wasn't involved this year but wants to get involved next year, then they should let us know as soon as possible.
Definitely.
And that we would
love to
deal
have
with that. Yeah. And as far as a participant in the parade, you don't have to have a fancy float. If you got one, great. But if you don't, it can be like there's a nursery school that usually walks with all the kids and the parents that walk in there. Or, isn't that right?
Yes, yes, and there's tumbling groups, and there's taekwondo groups, and there's all kinds of groups. And I believe we also have, I believe we're having our horses back this year.
There'll be horses and some other animals, and there are schools that participate, and usually other people just walk with those schools, you know, the parents and family, and especially if they're little ones, so they can help carry them.
My first parade. Yeah, it's exciting for the kids. They have a great time.
Right.
And like I said, they bring their teddy bears. So, you know, they sit there on the curb, they bring their little teddy bears, and the teddy bears watch too.
Well, you know, for me, I'm fairly new to the area. And last year was actually my first year in Soroptimist and my first year at the Teddy Bear Parade. Since then, I've been out doing some public speaking about the Teddy Bear Parade. And you say to somebody, "Are you familiar with the Teddy Bear Parade?" And either their eyes light up, and they're like, "I did that when I was a kid." I'm like, "Well, bring your kids now." And they're like, "Yeah, we do."
Yeah, isn't it great?
Or the new people are just like, "That sounds really cool."
Yeah.
And so that gives us a really great balance of spectators and people in the parade.
Right,
It's a great
fun.
opportunity, because who doesn't want to be in a parade?
I know, exactly. Now, before we run out of time, tell me a little bit about the programs that are supported by this.
Well, we have a number of programs. One of our programs that we initiated this year is called Dream It Be It. I'm sorry, it's actually been initiated over the last few years. And it is a program for young women that creates career support. And it's a series of classes where we go in, and this year, the last few years, we've chosen Rosemary Anderson, which is an alternative high school. We especially wanted to work with young women who may not have other sources of support.
Right.
So it's a 7-week class, and we go in. From that program, we've also had other women come forward and want to become involved in mentoring programs. And that's actually one of the Soroptimist International's directives, is to pay attention to mentoring, because there's a lot of opportunity to help women grow from that. To that end, not only do we have those mentors that have taken that special training as mentors, our club recently authorized sports scholarships for local young girls who otherwise might not have an opportunity to play team sports. One of our big projects it's called Live Your Dreams, and this is awards that are given to women who are in transition or who are coming out of a difficult situation, mostly who are head of household and who are advancing their education. We've been doing this for many years.
Yes, and these are scholarships that they can use to further their training, their education, to help them
as they need it in their, you know.
And we call them awards, not scholarships, because they can be used in a broader sense for childcare, for rent, whatever can help them achieve their goal of getting an education.
And that goes along with what I was saying earlier, is the opportunities to move up, because our club winner gets to go on to regional and then gets to go on to national. And so there's actually quite a lot of opportunity in that. A number of our members, one in particular who is a member now, has joined the club and has been a very productive member of the club. So it becomes this
giving back,
this growing opportunity.
Being given to, that's
and
great.
Then we also work with programs that are it's called our SAFE program, and it's to stop abusive and violent environments. And we have a number of different grants that we give throughout the year to those programs. And
it's for the various shelters in the community.
You know, and we're just about out of time. So if people are interested in finding out more about Soroptimist and the programs they have, your website, sagresham.org.
Yes.
Best place to go. And then women are welcome to come to isn't there a meeting coming up that people can come to if they're interested in being part of the Soroptimist?
We meet every the first, second, and third Thursdays at noon at the Elks Club, and the fourth Thursday is at 5:30 at Powell Valley Assisted Living.
Okay, and that's in Gresham.
And people are welcome to any of
Right.
them.
And
Right.
specifically, the second Thursday in September, we're having our annual meat and potatoes.
Like a
And-
meet and greet, but it's meat and potatoes.
Exactly.
And we'll feed you lunch.
And so, but you do have to register so we can be prepared for your visit. And we have one of our former district leaders coming in, and all of the committees will stand up and tell you a little bit about what we're doing
That's
and warmly
perfect.
welcome you.
Wonderful. Thank you both ladies so much for
Thank
being on
you.
tonight.
Thank you.
You bet. And thanks very much for watching this first episode of Community Hotline. I hope you learned something, and we hope we'll see you at the Teddy Bear Parade this year on September 24th. In the meantime, don't go away. We have a lot more coming right up.
Documentary was more than I ever would have dreamed of doing.
This is a community media station.
It was phenomenal.
Ready, camera one.
What is it about this place that makes so many different people come together?
Ready, camera two.
Very professional, experienced people.
You can use these industry standard pieces of equipment.
Ready, camera three. Take three.
To be rich to do this.
Open people's eyes to something they've never even thought of before.
Cool stuff happens. It becomes this community.
That's going to really change who's telling the stories and who's controlling the messaging.